Sirius XM radio. It's got to be a dying breed. Everybody's doing Bluetooth. Everybody's on Spotify, Apple Music. I don't know of any other kind of music things. If you're downloading music straight to your phone, it's a little psycho. But Sirius XM, interesting. Now, imagine working at Sirius XM as you're just starting off. If you ever listen to Sirius XM 80s on 8, Pop 2K, 90s on 9, alternative metal, electric dance music, Symphony Hall, they play the exact same songs every day. Their lineup is the exact same every day. If you're at work and you listen to Pop 2K, you're listening to the exact lineup of songs every day. Now, for an employee working there, say you're the host, SiriusXM, welcome to Pop 2K. You have to not be listening to the music. You have to just do your little tidbit every hour or so, every half hour. I don't know how they do it, but you got to do your thing, say what you got to say, and get out. If I worked at Sirius, I was behind the desk doing some kind of production help, and there was an employee there who, oh yeah, see this guy? Yeah, he's been hosting 90s on 9 for 30 years. And yeah, he's always bumping the 90s, dresses 90s, always listens to the music. That guy, if I were alone with him, I would feel unsafe. You have to just shut it off. Do you start, if you're trying to be a radio host, do you start like, oh, what kind of music is real shitty that like a channel no one listens to? Fucking 1920s. You gotta start there. Host that for a bit. Then you can work your way up to 50s ukulele folk. And if you don't off yourself from listening to that crap all day, you can move up to like jazz. And then eventually you get into the big boy shit. 80s, 90s, Pop 2K. How come there's no Pop 2010s yet? Serious? Fucking figure that out. Like, how long before you just go crazy working there? Like, in my head, you have to shut the music off. You can't just listen to that all day. You'll hate it. Maybe some of the stations that are, like, some stations, like, aren't just one genre. They play multiple genres, like hit songs. That could be okay. But listening to the same lineup of music, that shit's gonna make you go crazy. I would just not be paying attention. But I bet, like I said before, with the 90s guys, worked there 30 years. Dresses 90s, drives a 90s car, talks 90s. There's some homers like that who probably just love that shit. Like the 80s on 8 girl. If you ever listen to Sirius XM, the 80s on 8 girl, savage lady. She probably hacks like 3 packs of darts a day. She talks real hoarse. However, I respect that woman. Because just listening to her talk, you know, back in the 80s, she fucking tore it up. 3 packs of ciggies a day, multiple rounds of various drugs, absolutely ruthless partier. She was probably slanging dick. I like her, but she's probably a little crazy. But she has high honor, And she's probably respected by the entire staff. She probably has a few horror stories, too, from back in the day. One time I was at the club. We were doing cocaine and heroin in the bathroom. And some lady just pulled a knife out of her cooter and started attacking everybody. 80s stuff like that. Or maybe you know how crazy their hair was in the 80s. Maybe she's got a gun in her hair. Maybe some guy wearing like a mesh tank top was giving you weird looks. But really he was just on ecstasy. And he didn't know what he was seeing either. Probably would have been a fun time back in the 80s. You just go party and then that's it. You don't need to answer to anything. Now that you have phones, you kind of have to answer for stuff. I respect people who dress out of the time. They have their own style. Well, it's not even their own style. They have a past style. If someone who dresses all 70s, but they're like 30, I respect that. They know what they like, and they're committing to it. For now. People who dress Matrix-like, that's cool too. They know their shit, they like their shit. Everything they do, their entire identity is just a span of 10 years on the planet. Kind of limiting, but if they enjoy it, they enjoy it. Who am I, dude? Who am I? Fuck 2020s. I'm fucking 70s till I die, bitch. There are parts of radio that are fun, though. Like, if you did sports radio, or maybe you did music history radio, and it was more like a podcast setting with commercials and random folk who called in, that could be okay. Just talking sports, talking shop with a couple buddies, throw in a couple chirps, maybe take a call or couple or a few calls. Hopefully someone's crazy. It's always good when someone's crazy on the phone, because then everyone's just smiling. The producers are like, yeah, keep this guy on, yeah. That could be fun. But hosting a music genre, fuck that. You'll hate it. Unless you're so Homer it's the only kind of music you listen to. Which is kind of strange, if you ask me. But, like I said, who am I, man? The Instagram feed or main page, not the home page, but the search button page, where it just shows you a collage of stuff that you might like. It's pretty cool. Shows you pictures of stuff. Hey, maybe you like this or maybe you like that based on stuff you've peeked at. It's pretty good. Sometimes you see funny stuff. Sometimes you see disturbing things. Sometimes you see cool looking stuff. Sometimes you see sexy stuff. Sometimes you see a meme that's pretty funny. Sometimes you see a stat or sometimes on my feed it'll be like, oh, breaking news out of Disney. So-and-so is signed on to do Guardians of the Galaxy 17. That stuff's fun. I like reading that shit. But it does end. The scrolling does end. It gets to a point where you're just mindlessly scrolling down for so long that Instagram can't keep up with you. They don't know what you like anymore. You get down into the basement, to the depths, the Mariana's Trench of scrolling on Instagram. And I don't know what it looks like for anybody else, but for me, it's pure geography or like architecture. I'll just get a picture of some country landscape, but that's what all the pictures are. That, or like a cool looking house, some hut in like the Bahamas. And you know what? I dig it. It'd be cool if they threw some of that stuff in on my like top of the page collage, but it's okay. I'll scroll for that stuff. But looking at these landscape pics made me wonder, who's taking all these pictures? Is it, if you hover over a picture and it like opens up without actually opening it, is it just going to show me more pictures by that person? Is it one person traveling the world taking all these pictures? Is it like an amateur photographer uploads pictures, or do they sell them to Instagram, and then Instagram puts a fake profile up and they just show pictures? Or even more exciting, is there some kind of like underground photographers guild? Oh, you take pictures of people in the city, or you take wedding photos or pictures with your friends? That's nothing compared to what we do. We spend months in the rainforest, sleeping on the dirt, getting eaten alive by a harem of bugs, just for that one dope ass pic of a tree. I hope that's real. Some kind of like black market gypsy photographers cult where the best photographers on the planet travel the world and just advertise the world, taking cool pictures with their elite cameras or their phone. Phones are pretty elite at pictures. Spending months building your own raft, canoeing the Thailand beachside to get that one perfect picture, that one perfect setting where the weather's sick, the tide's just right, the glare's perfect, shadow's perfect. Are there people who, alright, okay, Donnie, you got South America this year. Sorry, dude. It's gonna be hot as fuck. Rachel, you're doing, you got Iceland, Greenland, North Canada this year. Yikes. Oh, it's not hot ever, by the way. I bet that's a real thing. Maybe countries are employing these photographers to advertise their country. And the country's like, we'll pay you nothing to go take pictures of our dope landscapes, and in exchange, we'll put your pictures up on Instagram under another alias, but we'll let you live. We'll let you live in our country. That could also be a thing. And then countries are competing for who is the best photographer, who's the smartest photographer, who's the most athletic photographer to get those pics that other people just can't get. And they're poaching photographers from other countries. Australia's like, hey, Switzerland photographer person, we'll give you 30 quid and a hut on the beach to come work for us. And someone could be enticed by that. I don't know what kind of bankroll photographers get, but some of these pics are fantastic. I like looking at them. Makes me want to be like, oh, I just want to travel the world. I just want to go to different countries. I live on a plane. Like some of that white girl shit. Makes me think it too. Some of these pictures are so good that I think maybe this isn't a real picture. Maybe there is no photographers guild. Maybe there is no countries competing for who's got the sickest pic. Maybe it's a computer. Maybe a computer is creating this image and then just stamping a part of the world that looks like this. This castle could be in like Norway, so we'll just say it's in Norway. And it's just a fake picture. It's not a real picture. It's computer generated. Now, is that like illegal? Would that be illegal to do? Would Norway be like, hey, that castle doesn't exist, but you know what? Looks good. And we have more people traveling to our country than ever. So we're just going to let it happen. At some point, it's already here. These if it is a computer image drawn up on the computer, it's already better than real life. Some of these pictures look too good to be true. Soon, maybe you want to go to Yugoslavia and you're like, fuck, I don't really want to go to Yugoslavia, but I want to see it. So you enter some kind of virtual reality. Just you in like some warehouse. Some companies like it's like a travel company, but you just stay where you are. Some warehouse, you can walk around. They have some steps and like boxes somewhere to kind of mimic rocks and shit. But you can walk around and see it. Wow, this is so cool. And then there's like AI in there, just, hi, welcome to Utah. And you interact with them. You stay there too long, they eventually start repeating themselves, and you're like, oh, fuck, I forgot I wasn't actually in Utah. But that's definitely going to be a thing. Definitely going to be a thing. And, hey, maybe it's just as good. Maybe it's just as good. Maybe it gets to a point where it's not just goggles that you're putting on, you're not seeing it, but it's like a headset where shit goes into your, like, tiny little needles prick into your head. So it's in your bloodstream and you just actually become part of that virtual reality. You feel it. You can hear, smell, taste. How far away is that? Hopefully in my lifetime. That'd be pretty cool. The one virtual reality thing I've done was pretty fucking sick. It was all cartoony, but it felt real. There was ledges. You were like propelled higher on this like platform, and I knew it was the ground, but you had to like step onto a plane. I was like, fuck. My heart was like, fuck, dude, I don't want to fall. So it's close, dude. You already like, even that simple shit like that, I know it's the ground, it looks all cartoony, but it still tricked my brain into thinking we were high up. Simple. I think in our lifetime, it'll reach a level of Ready Player One status. Maybe it'll be a good thing. Who knows? You can just like live inside of a video game. I don't know. But speaking of cool tech and virtual reality, The NFL put out some. They have an 8K camera this year. 8K. And they showed some shots of them, like video of them on the sidelines and shit. Oh my god, dude. Like, it looks like a video game. It doesn't even look real. These people don't even look real. It looks like a glossy video game. And cameras are reaching a new level. If your phone camera is already better than your sight, these cameras, they got 4K TV better than your sight. 8K, that's, I'm assuming, my dumb brain tells me that's gonna be double as better as 4K. I don't know if it actually is, or if that's just how they're gonna be calling it. But this stuff's already way better than your eyes. So my question is, when is this shit gonna be in your eye? When am I gonna be able to get like 4K contacts? When's that gonna happen? That's gotta be soon. Get some surgery, get some 8K cyborg eyes. Oh, sign me up, dude. Oh, but it's not natural. Shut up. It's better. I would do that. Hey, do you want to be our guinea pig for the first trial of putting 8K into your eye? It's going to be extremely painful. Yeah, sure, I'll do it. Side effects are blindness and death. You have we're guessing about a 12% chance of success. Okay, sure. You can do it. 'Cause if you fail, I'll just be blind for a year until you get it right, and then I'll get the 8K eyes. Ooh. You put 8... Ooh. If everybody had 8K eyes, everything would be different. It wouldn't just be... Your sight wouldn't just be elite, but you would be better at things. People would be better at drawing. People would be better at sports. You'd be better at I Spy. Could you see colors maybe that you didn't think existed? Maybe we discover new colors. That seems pretty cool. I'm all for that cyborg shit. Do it. If it doesn't change your brain, who cares? Speaking of the football people, the Super Bowl is this weekend, and absolutely shocking news. Shocking. Mr. Tom Brady is back in the Super Bowl. A lot of people thought, oh, it's just the Patriots. He's just a systems guy. Please. I want Tom Brady's DNA or his genetics. Like, his kids are already God status. God level DNA. If Tom Brady wins this Super Bowl, and he said that he wants to play past 45. He's 43. He's 43 and he's still gunslinging it down the field. He wants to play past 45. If he wins this Sunday, that's 7. If he gets, oh my god. Even with 7, he's already like, he's like Jordan Gretzky status. He probably is already Jordan Gretzky status, but like, at what point does he pass those guys? It's definitely an argument. Like, you could say, oh, what Jordan had to do was harder because it's 5-on-5. Whereas Brady, it's 12 guys on the field, 11 or 12 people on the field at once. So there's a lot more people helping you out. But, geez, I want his genetics, his DNA, his seed. I wonder what he's doing. Like, is something gonna come out when he retires that he's just been like getting stem cells every day? He's not. This guy has a milk bag body. He can't be on roids. He knows something. Like, is he drinking the blood of children? Does he know magic? Like, at what point does he just know magic? He knows somebody who knows magic, and they do it on him. Maybe he made some kind of sacrifice to somebody, and this sorcerer put a spell on him. Or maybe he's met a genie. I don't think that's out of the question. I think that's completely reasonable if he keeps playing and keeps winning. Is it completely reasonable to think that he possesses some kind of magic? Should be fun, though. Interesting. And, like, Mahomes, the guy he's going against, looking like the next big dick in the NFL. Already tearing it up. Third season in, second Super Bowl. The third season he lost in the conference final. So, it's fun. These, like, evil dynasties who they just keep winning and winning and winning. It's fun because it's like, holy fuck, how long can they do it? But it's also annoying because you want to see other teams. You want to see other teams involved. You got to share. Fuck that. We're going to win 4 Super Bowls, 6 Super Bowls in a row. Fuck those people. Nice for the fan bases. If you're a fan of the Patriots back in the day, fan of Kansas City now, just live it up. The Super Bowl halftime show is usually a fun event. Sometimes it's silly and at parts cringe, but overall fun. This year they've got Canadian boy The Weeknd. Good singer, talented individual. Now, I saw this thing. I don't know if it's true or what, but I saw this thing said that on top of the NFL's budget for the halftime show, The Weeknd put in $7 million of his own money to make it what he wanted. Now, $7 million is a lot of money to just drop on like a 20-minute performance, 15-minute performance. So, actually, I'm going to look up The Weeknd's net worth. Also, who decides, like, net worth? Who fucking decides that number? Says his net worth is $100 million. Okay. So he can drop that kind of dough. Jeez, good for him. So if he's dropping $7 million additional to make it what he wants, I'm gonna be expecting things. I'm expecting cool lights, cool fireworks, and I'm expecting some guests. Maybe he brings out some other Canadian guys with him. Justin Bieber, Drake. This who like they always have someone like, oh, so and so is doing the halftime show, but then like 2 other fucking artists show up. So I'm expecting. Now I have an expectation. Before it was just like, oh, The Weeknd, I like him, cool. Now I'm expecting shit. the Super Bowl's also a very good muck session. Pizza, wings, burgers, whatever. I think I'll be getting some Mikey's Donair. Probably one of the best places in London town. Wings, their wings, I don't even know if it's wings, and I don't care, because it's the biggest wings I've ever seen in my life. And they send them in a puddle of sauce. 50-50 chance when you pull the wings out of the bag, it's dripping everywhere. And that's fine. Their pizza's real good, panzerized real good, so probably be mucking that this Sunday. And yeah, should be good times. Don't really care who wins, but I kind of want Brady to win. Oh, and I'm still on my synthwave shit. Catch me with some futuristic goggles and a goddamn trench coat.